we're headed up to the polar plateau, and we're flying up Thorn Glacier. We're on a trip from Little America up to the polar plateau. And when we get onto the polar plateau, it's very obvious the Admiral wants to head to the South Pole, even though that wasn't our particular destination. He wants to head. So we turn and headed toward the South Pole. And the temperature is 40 degrees below zero. And the engines are working fine, but I notice on the starboard engine, the oil pressure starts to go down. And it gets to about half of what it's supposed to be. And I look to Major Weir and I point down, and the Admiral's all excited. And so he is not aware. And Weir knows that the Admiral wants to go to the South Pole, and Weir doesn't give the response that I'd like. And I'm sitting there because I'm nervous, because if that engine quits, we're down. We can't fly up at that altitude on one engine. And the oil pressure then gets down to 30 pounds. And we're about 80 miles from the South Pole. And I said to Weir and the Admiral, this is serious. We have to turn around. And they both kind of didn't agree with me. And they, I don't remember how it was, but they were distracted with something. And I turned the airplane around and started heading back. And this account was a paragraph or a few sentences in the National Geographic, that the co-pilot turned the airplane around and headed back. I was sure that this was a frozen line from the engine to the instrument, but you didn't really know. And so it got down to 20 pounds by the time we were able to get to lower altitude and a little warmer temperature, and the thing came up. But it was really the only time on this entire expedition that I was scared out of my wits.